Welcome. I'm Miss Christie, and this is the second of 4 videos in our Caregiver class series. Today's video focuses on identifying and recognizing feelings with your child. This is part 2 of a 4-part series designed for caregivers. Our first video focuses on helping children manage their behavior when they're experiencing big emotions. Today's video will help you and your child identify and talk about where we feel emotions in the body and how to manage them. Our third video will help you plan for successful outings with your child. And video 4 will be an overview of the ages and stages that you can expect your child to go through and some tips for parenting older children and teens. The first thing when you're talking with your child about where they're feeling their emotions, this body scan checklist is great to go through. You start at the top, think about, is my forehead scrunched up? Are my shoulders around my ears? Is my jaw tight? Is my heart pounding? Are there butterflies in my belly? Is my stomach upset? Are my hands shaking? Are my fists tight? These are all ways that our bodies tell us we're angry, stressed, or anxious. Our bodies respond to our emotions, but also our emotions can respond to our bodies. All of the body actions described here can be symptoms of stress, anxiety, or anger, but they can also cause these emotions because they send signals to our brains. If we can help children identify and change their body, they can mitigate and better manage their feelings. When we feel stressed, anxious, or angry, we tend to breathe shallow, and our breath is focused in our chest. As I mentioned before, our body and mind work in conjunction. They communicate about how to respond. When we change how we breathe, we can change how we feel. Practice slow breathing by blowing bubbles with your child. Take a bubble wand and have your child blow hard and quick like an angry breath. Then have them practice taking deep breaths and blow them out slowly to make bigger bubbles that stay around longer. You can use this later if they are feeling strong emotions. Talk about, take a deep breath, make your bubble bigger. I'd like to reiterate from our last video that all feelings are okay feelings to have. Remember, we want to validate our children and validate their feelings. It's the actions or reactions, the behavior around those feelings that are okay or not okay. I want you as a parent to think about your own strong emotions. Think about a time when you reacted to your emotions in a way that wasn't great. Remember that sometimes you make mistakes, and so will your child, and that's okay. Practice understanding with your child. Practice understanding what it looks like, what a feeling looks like, what the body language tells you about the feeling. Facial expressions, body language, and tone of voice can be signals for the way that people feel. Talk about how these change when our feelings change. You can practice saying the same sentence in different ways. Start with something neutral like, how do you like your soup? It could be said with many different expressions. So how do you like your soup? Well, how do you like your soup? How do you like your soup? And so on. Practice empathy. When you let your child know that you understand them and you get what they're experiencing. Even if you don't agree with their perspective, they don't feel so alone. Let them know that they're accepted and loved regardless of what they're feeling. Practice role playing. It can be fun for children to take on the role of a parent. It can also be fun for a parent to pretend to be a petulant child that's hard to manage. This allows humor and fun in teaching about how a situation looks from the other side. Reading fiction puts us in someone else's shoes. When we read fiction, we become that character, or at least we travel with that character on their adventures. Reading fiction is a practice in empathy and helps to strengthen those connections in the reader's brain. I do like to talk about discipline, but I also want to be sure that we understand that discipline is correction and not punishment. When I talk about discipline, I want to focus on relationships and repair, as opposed to assigning blame. When you practice discipline, ask yourself, who does the behavior affect? If it affects the parents, then it might be time for you to step in and set limits and follow through with logical consequences. If it involves health, safety, family rules, or values, you need to step in and set those limits. If the problem is beyond your child's age or development limits, you might need to step in and set those boundaries and follow through with logical consequences. But if the behavior affects your child and it doesn't involve health or safety, if it doesn't involve family rules or values, and if the problem is within your child's limit, let them handle it. Show your child that you believe in their problem-solving skills and offer guidance if they need it or ask for it. Thank you so much. That's it for this video. I hope to see you in video number 3. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. My email is right up there. My name is Christy Hedrick, and I'm with the Berthoud Community Library District. Bye-bye.